Welcome to this explainer. I am so excited you're here today because we're about to embark on a truly cinematic journey. We are diving headfirst into Gemini Omni. This is a brand new AI model that literally takes any raw idea you have and turns it into an immersive video reality. It's an absolute game changer for visual storytelling, so let's get right into it. Just imagine for a second, what if you could take any reference, a quick sketch, a random thought, a few lines of text, and instantly turn it into a single, cohesive, cinematic video? No way, right? Well, that's exactly the promise here. The ultimate goal is to create cinematic, rich, immersive video experiences that can actually unpack the intricate detail of your source material through pure visual storytelling. Right now, it's starting with video outputs, mostly because creating immersive video is, one of the hardest creative nuts to crack. But the grand vision, Omni will eventually generate any output from any input. It's all about erasing that frustrating gap between the idea in your head and the final masterpiece on the screen. Okay, let's dive into this. How does this whole anything from any input rule actually work today? Well, Omni isn't just a text-to-video machine. Far from it. You can feed it images, existing video clips, and even audio. Right now it's starting with voice inputs, but a bunch of other audio formats are rolling out soon. It's super fascinating because Google is taking their top-tier generative media models and backing them up with real, foundational intelligence. So it's not just randomly mashing a photo and a voiceover together, it's actually understanding the context of your world to build an immersive experience that makes complete sense. Now, for a video to actually feel cinematic and immersive, it has to feel real. Our brains are incredibly picky. We instantly spot when something looks just a bit off. And that is where Omni's physics engine comes in. This is absolutely the secret sauce. Omni doesn't just paint pixels onto a grid. It has this advanced, intuitive understanding of real-world forces. We're talking gravity, kinetic energy, fluid dynamics, the whole shebang. So if you ask for a shot of a heavy boulder splashing into a river, it calculates those forces. The water behaves like water. It gives creators the power to build dynamic scenes that strictly follow the laws of physics, making the illusion completely unbreakable. And this brilliantly illustrates a really important leap. We're moving from just, photorealism to actual meaningful storytelling. Because let's face it, photorealism on its own doesn't automatically make a great story. Omni takes that crazy physics engine and layers it with a massive understanding of history, science, and culture. So say you're generating a busy street in 1920s Paris. Omni isn't just getting the gravity right, it's using historical context to nail the architecture, the lighting, the exact vibe of that era. It unpacks the rich details of your source to turn mere visual realism into a deeply compelling narrative. Let's compare this to the old way of doing things. Traditional video production. It can be a tangled nightmare of massive budgets, heavy lighting rigs, and technical jargon that makes your head spin. Not to mention editing software that takes literally years to master. But with the Omni approach, you're looking at built-in templates and completely conversational prompting. The barriers to entry just vanish. You absolutely don't need a massive Hollywood crew or an expensive film degree anymore. You just talk to the model. It's democratizing high-end production and making these rich, immersive experiences accessible to everyone. So how exactly do you play director? Well, if you look at the workflow in tools like Google Flow or the Gemini app, it's incredibly fluid. First, you just grab a photo or video from your camera roll and upload it. Then, step 2, you iterate conversationally. You literally just tell the AI what you want. Need a cinematic zoom? Just ask for it. Want to swap the background? Tell it. Then, step 3, you blend your real-world inspiration with that generated content. It's this super interactive, back-and-forth chat until you've dialed in exactly what you pictured. It's practically effortless. Now, what's really interesting about this feature is how it tackles one of the biggest headaches in generative AI, which is consistency. We've all seen it. You generate a character in scene 1, and 2 seconds later, they look like a totally different person. Well, Gemini Omni Flash fixes this. Identity and voice are perfectly preserved across every single scene. And honestly, the coolest part? You can drop yourself right into the action. You can create a custom AI avatar that looks and sounds exactly like you. You can seamlessly star in your own cinematic creations with perfect continuity from the opening shot all the way to the closing credits. So the crucial point is, with a tool this powerful, a tool that blends reality and generated worlds so flawlessly, how on earth do we verify what we're looking at? Google actually anticipated this. Every single video generated with Omni uses something called Synth ID. These are imperceptible digital watermarks embedded right into the content. You can't see them with the naked eye, so they absolutely won't ruin your beautiful cinematic shots, but they're easily verifiable. You can check a video's origin right through the Gemini app, Chrome, or Google search. It's an essential, built-in guardrail providing transparency as we explore these new frontiers.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. How do I actually get my hands on this? Good news. The global rollout for Gemini Omni Flash is happening as we speak. If you're a Google AI Plus, Pro, or Ultra subscriber, you have access to this globally right now through the Gemini app and Google Flow. But get this, Google is also making it available at no cost to users 18 and older through YouTube Shorts Remix and the YouTube Create app. It's a massive deployment, meaning whether you're a pro refining shots in Google Flow or you're just messing around on YouTube, you can literally start world building today.
Let's look a little closer at that free YouTube integration because it looks ridiculously fun. The workflow for the new YouTube Shorts Remix is just a simple 3-step process. Step 1, find an eligible short that you love. Step 2, prompt what you want changed. You can upload a visual reference or, like we talked about, even tell it to add you into the scene. Step 3, Omni processes it and spits out a fresh, remixed version with your edits seamlessly integrated. It literally allows you to step straight into your favorite content and completely rewrite the narrative with just a text prompt. And that brings us to our final thought for this explainer. The power to create cinematic, rich, immersive video experiences that truly unpack the details of your imagination through dynamic visual storytelling, is now quite literally sitting at your fingertips. The crazy expensive equipment? Obsolete. The technical roadblocks? Gone. The only limit now is your own creativity. So I'll leave you with this question to ponder. How will you step into the frame and direct your very first cinematic masterpiece? What stories are you going to bring to life? The tools are ready and waiting. Thank you so much for joining me to explore the fascinating world of Gemini Omni. Now get out there and start creating.